Hello everybody! I am just delighted to be back in school, back teaching your art lessons and back making your weekly art videos. I cannot wait to see what you've been up to over the past 9 months since I've been away. I've had a baby girl and her name is Emmeline. And you might, who knows, one day get to see her in one of these videos, but I really have missed all of you. I've missed seeing the incredible artwork that you create, and hopefully this week you're going to be inspired by our theme, which is Earth Day. Earth Day is a special day that happens every year on the 22nd of April. That's this Saturday. And it's a day when people from all over the world come together to celebrate and think about how we can make our Earth, our world, a better place for everyone to coexist within, including humans, animals and plants. Why? Because Earth is home to us all, and we want to help make sure that it stays healthy and beautiful for a long, long time. Now, we know that we can help look after our Earth by doing things like recycling, picking up litter, and conserving or using less energy. We can also celebrate our world by using our creativity to make art that shows how much we love the world and want to protect it. Now, there are many, many artists who have been inspired by planet Earth and who equally are inspired to protect it and get this message across through their art. Artists like environmentalist Andy Goldsworthy. We're going to look at examples of some of his work first, and I'm going to talk you then through the work of another couple of artists that I really like, and I think you will too, before looking at some examples of what year sixes in Charles Dickens Primary School have made using completely natural materials. And perhaps this week for Earth Day you might be inspired like them to make your own land art. Goldsworthy creates beautiful sculptures and artworks out of natural materials like leaves, rocks and twigs, and even icicles. He doesn't use any man-made materials like paint or glue. He wants people to appreciate the beauty of nature for its own sake. And he likes to make his land art in outdoor spaces like parks, forests and beaches. He might stack rocks in a certain way or create a pattern with leaves. And sometimes he even makes sculptures out of ice that he finds in cold places. One of the coolest things about Goldsworthy's art is that it doesn't last forever. The wind might blow away the leaves or the rain might wash away the patterns in the sand. But that's okay, because Goldsworthy likes to see his art change over time and become a part of nature again. The word for this is ephemeral. One Irish artist who is very passionate about the environment is Dorothy Cross. She creates really interesting and unusual sculptures and installation like Goldsworthy, using natural materials like seaweed and animal bones to draw attention to the importance of Earth and its creatures. She works from her home in Connemara, a very wild and enchanting landscape. Not many people live there at all. Now, Cross uses animal skins, shells and even a giant eyeball. Her artwork often has a mysterious and dreamlike quality to it. For example, one of her sculptures is a big shiny seashell that you can look into like a telescope. She also made a sculpture of a boat covered in cow skin, which is quite strange but also quite cool to look at. Cross likes to take ordinary things and turn them into something extraordinary, and I think her artwork sometimes can make you feel like you're in a magical world. Another artist inspired by protecting the earth is Charlie Harper. He loved to draw and paint pictures of animals and other aspects of nature. He made his artwork using a very unique style called minimal realism that was simple but also very colourful and fun to look at. If you look at his artwork, you'll notice that the animals and plants he drew look a little different than how they look in real life. He simplified their shapes and colours, making them look almost like they were made out of shapes like triangles and circles. But even though his artwork looks simple, it's also very detailed. He paid attention to how the animals moved, for example, and what they looked like up close, and tried to capture that in his artwork. Harper's artwork is really enjoyable to look at, I think, because it's a bit like a puzzle. You can try to figure out what animals and plants he's drawn and how he's made them fit together like a puzzle. Now, to get your creative juices flowing, I'm showing you some examples here of works by Year 6 pupils. These are some self-portraits, as I mentioned at the beginning, created using only natural materials. Look at these brilliant expressions. I love the carrot for the nose there. And as well as self-portraits, they also made little sculptures. I think this one is particularly springy, you can see why. And decorated leaves using Posca pens, leaves that they'd found on the ground. All inspired by Andy Goldsworthy. So, for your homework this week, I invite you to make an artwork that shows what you love about your world. Maybe you want to convey the message of how you think it should be protected. You can make a painting, a drawing, a sculpture, or even a dance that shows how much you love Earth and want to protect it. Be inspired like these pupils who use natural materials like twigs, flowers, fruit and stones to create self-portraits and little sculptures. And most of all, everybody, have fun. Take risks, experiment, enjoy. Do take photographs. And send in your work to share@londonsoutharthub.org. Good luck, artists!